Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome AdMob founder and chief executive officer, Omar Hamoui.
There's a lot going on in mobile. There's a lot of hype around mobile advertising, generally speaking. I think every year for the past 3 years has been the year of mobile advertising, and this year is as well. So you're not late. So the point is that there's just a lot of misconception. There's a lot of thoughts about when is this going to start? Is it going to be real? Is it going to matter? And I really want to just sort of impart 3 things to you today, if I could. I want to impart the fact that mobile advertising is actually here. It is actually happening now. The second thing is that it's not rocket science. It's not the most complicated thing to do, and it's something that can easily be incorporated into the types of campaigns, the types of things your companies are doing. And the third thing is that mobile advertising is something that companies are going to have to get involved in now in order to prepare themselves for the future. One of the misconceptions is that there's just not that much mobile internet use happening right now. And you can see, and this is monthly data, so this is not quarterly or annual data, but you can see the growth just in the US mobile internet users is pretty dramatic. So between July of 2006 and January of 2007, we've gone now to about 30 million unique mobile internet users, active mobile internet users. So these are not people who once in a while accidentally clicked on the browser on their phone. These are people who are actually actively using the mobile internet. So what we've put together is a marketplace, very similar to, again, the ad networks that you see today. We've aggregated about 1,800 mobile sites, so mobile sites that people browse on, and we've allowed them to run advertising. And we do 2 types of advertising. We do both CPC advertising and CPM advertising. And we do it in 2 ways. So we allow users to come on our site and on a self-serve basis purchase the CPC advertising. We also allow advertisers to come to us, and we have a full-serve sales team headed up by Tony Nethercutt, who's here. And that's a great way for some of the larger brands and larger customers to experience what we offer. Since we started, we've served about 2.4 billion ad impressions. So this is in the course of about 15 months. And it's heavily backloaded. We've grown a lot in the later months, and so we're currently serving about 700 million impressions each month. So all of this is built on our platform. And basically what our platform is the core of targeting and analytics, which sits on top of our ad server, which allows us to sort of flexibly serve a variety of advertisements towards the edge. And one of these types of ads is a text ad. And this is important. When I say text ads, we do not send text messages to people's cell phones, which is what most people think of when they think mobile advertising. Actually, we run small text links on mobile sites while users are browsing. We also run banners on mobile sites while users are browsing. So this is very much like the experience you would have while you were browsing the internet. It's not something where it's invasive or coming to your phone. It's simply a browsing-based experience. The platform offers some very powerful targeting. We can target by geography, by carrier, by device manufacturer, platform, by device capabilities, and even contextually. So we're running a live ad campaign for Coke. And it's going to be a campaign that allows people to take a look at a Coke ad and then click over to a landing page which has a video there that the user can experience. So I'm going to just give you guys a chance, and we'll see how all this works. So right now I'm standing in front of the ad management interface. This is a self-service interface that a lot of advertisers use. And I'm just going to go ahead here. Everybody, mark your watches. I have like 10:02, I guess. Is that right? And I'm going to go ahead and click Run. So before the campaign was paused, and I've just run the campaign now. What we're going to do in order to monitor the campaign is I've got a live ticker here. So we can kind of watch how it's going. Right now, the ads are being syndicated out over to our ad servers. Then they're going to get broadcast out to these 1,800 partner sites. And we should start seeing some impressions starting to tick in. Well, we have our first impression, so there we go. We've officially launched. And we'll come back and revisit the ticker at the end. We'll be able to see how many clicks we got, what the click-through rate was, how many video plays. There you go, 10% click-through rate. I'm done. I don't need any more, right? All right. Anyway, we'll come back to this at the end. All right. So there's our landing page, which I'm sure you guys remember. It looks rather familiar. We just built it. And the whole point of this was to watch a new video from Bottle Films. Coke has this thing called Bottle Films where they have these new interesting shorts. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So while that's loading, I also wanted to thank our partners who've helped us on the video. There's a company called MyWaves, and MyWaves has a really, really interesting and powerful video streaming capability that we've partnered with to do this video streaming stuff for the phone. So I really encourage you guys to check them out. And here we go with the video. It's a cute little... I don't know if you guys can hear the little sound. So that's it. Very simple. So in the 10 minutes since we started, we've had 20,000 impressions, and that's still continuing to increase, obviously. 315 clicks. There's been a 1.55% click-through rate. And take a look at the number. The number I want you to take a look at is after the people clicked, look at how many of them played and how many of them downloaded, right? And more importantly, because of the numbers, if you add up the played and download, it's like 400 and something. So, or whatever. I didn't get here for my math skills. But the point is, it's more than the clicks, which means that there are people who actually played it and then download it. So these people are actually interacting with something that's very simple, right? It's not sort of this campaign that I spent 8 years trying to put together. It's an easy to put together, easy to execute campaign, which has generated significant results, and we're talking about 10 minutes here. And the people have been able to interact with the Coke brand on their handset, on the most personal device they have. I just want to go back to the main points that I started with, which was that mobile is really happening. I mean, it's happening literally as we speak, right? There's advertising going on. And the second piece is it's not that difficult. I set up a campaign. We went through the landing page. It's not rocket science. It can be done. And it can be done in a very simple way, in an easy way. And the third thing is that this is just the beginning of mobile. There's a lot more to happen. There's a lot more growth that's going to be there. I think if you listen to the talks of people, CEO of Microsoft, CEO of Google, CEO of Yahoo, whenever they talk about mobile, they always say, you know, we really think mobile is going to be bigger than the internet. There's plenty of countries where the mobile device is the primary internet access point. Users don't have a PC necessarily, and they access the internet primarily on their mobile. So it's a space that really none of us can afford to miss out on. It's a space that none of us can afford not to know about. And there's a time now, and a good time, to get started and to begin learning about what's going on in mobile. So with that, I will leave you guys, and I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to chat with you.